Flapjack, do that thing you do every day, all the time.
Captain Knuckles, I have to go to the bathroom.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a great day because the portal mode for Battlefield 6 finally got a nerf to the XP gained when you're playing against bots. This has ended up becoming a very decisive subject because you have pretty much two sides of the coin. You have one side of players who are really upset with the fact that they're removing this from the game, and then you have the other side of this coin of people who are overjoyed with these XP farms basically being removed from the game. For this video, I wanted to go over kind of the community's reaction and just kind of what I think over the overall situation, whether or not portal mode was, what it was meant for instead of what it ended up becoming, and just kind of the fact that I called this out exactly right when the beta ended. I made an entire video about the beta review, and I ended up talking about how the portal mode was my biggest concern for Battlefield 6. This isn't a video to bash on anybody who went out of their way to go do the XP farms. I understand that there were challenges in the game that makes it nearly impossible to complete in the normal multiplayer, and I understand it. It's like 6,000 repair damage or whatever it is for the engineer specialist. I mean, it's nearly impossible to do in a normal multiplayer, and I do agree that they should be changed or reduced, but some of the challenges are just downright simple at the same time, and going into these modes just to farm your KD or farm your weapon mastery or whatever it was that you're trying to do just completely takes the point out of the game. Like, why are we even playing the game at this point? Go ahead and just join a multiplayer match and play it naturally as it goes. The game literally unlocks things twice as fast now that they made all the progression unlock pretty much twice as fast. Like, I mean, the entire time you're playing, you're just unlocking things over and over and over, and it's extremely fast compared to what it was when it first started. So they are trying to compromise with it, and then you guys ended up going into XP farms anyway, and now here we are where they're removing all the XP earned from these XP farms and completely gutting them, just like I figured they would back during the beta review that I made. I think it's a little funny that we're dealing with situations here to where now we have the entire community on Reddit crying that they've done this because it's, false advertising, or they weren't being truthful with the fact that, you'll earn all your progression and all XP in the portal mode. But it's like, once you start abusing the system, what did you expect to happen? I knew this was going to be a thing. It's the exact same situation that happened in Battlefield 2042. They had to remove all the XP earned from the game mode because people were abusing it. They were turning into AFK farms and completely misusing the point of the mode. Like, Battlefield 2042's portal mode wasn't even that intuitive, but with Battlefield 6, this is the most intuitive mode we've gotten. It's basically Halo Forge for Battlefield, and all you see in the portal is XP farms. You open up the server browser and it's just XP farm, XP farm, XP farm, and it's over and over and over, and that's all you see all the way down the list, unless you specifically know what to look for, which is actually extremely hard. This entire server browser is a complete piece of crap.
Oh, no.
But it's like, what did you expect to happen? If you were going to fill the entire server browser with XP farms, you didn't think that they were going to take action? Like, this is the most reactive Battlefield game that we've ever seen, ever. Like, these developers are changing the game so fast that even if I make a video complaining about something like I made with the Conquest ticket change, where they tried reducing all the ticket accounts for whatever reason, they switched that over within like a day or 2 days because everyone's reaction was so bad. And I'm really curious on what they were going to do with this situation, because this is one of the more volatile situations that I've seen. The entire community on Reddit is crying that they are misleading their advertising and they're not giving people what they paid for. And then you have the entire community over on Twitter or X just kind of laughing at all these people because it's like, oh, boo-hoo, you weren't able to farm bots that had no bullets and were all spawning into one little cluster so you can just fire your weapon infinitely and then level you up whatever gun you wanted.
Fucking crying bitch! Where? I don't want to fucking hear it.
It was completely taking out the entire aspect of the game, completely taking out the entire purpose of, you know, going in and actually playing the game as intended. It's not an intended thing to do that. I mean, it's like you're taking the creative freedom out of the player. Like, what if we want to do that with our dedicated server, right? That's fine. You can make that a thing as much as you want it, but the problem is that once one person made it, everybody was making one, and it's like you guys aren't even wanting to play the game. You just want to unlock all the stuff, drop the game forever, and never come back. It's like, what are we even doing at this point?
Fuck 'em.
I know a lot of people are using these portal servers as a way to complete these challenges that are, you know, I agree, these challenges are pretty god-awful. The 6,000 rep for the engineer one is really bad. The 200-meter headshots is pretty bad because the maps are unfortunately a little small, but there are larger maps that will allow you to do that. Just the fact that, you know, it may not take you a couple weeks or days to finish this thing. Like, you're not going to complete these challenges in one day. You're going to have to actually spend some time on the game and actually, you know, work out trying to figure out all these sight lines and figure out a way to make these 200-meter headshots happen. But the 6,000 vehicle repair one is pretty bad. It's pretty awful, and that one should be reduced. And you know, that's about the only one in my opinion. But these portal modes should have been used as a way to have fun. They should be an expression on the game. Like, you saw all the trailers that they had for the portal mode and all the cool game modes that even the developers had made. It's like, why are we not seeing stuff like that? Why are we not seeing things like that? And it's like, oh, I know why we're not seeing things like that. Is because these people are trying to make cool maps and cool servers for us to play on, but they can't even go in to test these servers because they can't get in. There's a max quota that has ended up being used because everybody and their mom is trying to make a fucking XP server and kill bots with no guns in their hands and walk around in circles in one little spot. It's like, that's the reason why they're probably getting rid of this XP thing, because it'll gut all those servers. All of them will suddenly disappear, and now you'll have an actual room and room on your servers to be able to test this stuff. Like, you go in the comments down below and tell me if I'm wrong about this. Like, is them removing these XP farms really that big of a detriment to you? Like, I understand if you have the 9 to 5, like I work a 9 to 5 myself, and I come home and I'm still able to enjoy playing the game even on the normal multiplayer. I don't need an XP farm to go in and pad out some stats or level up my LMG to a proper level until you get like half of the main good attachments right off the first couple of things in the first place. Like, I mean, it's like, I need a suppressor and a red dot for my gun. It's like, that's great. You're gonna get some too. Like, there's other options available there for you to use. And it's like, is the XP a little slow? Yeah, it is. It's slow. I'll agree, it's a little slow, but you shouldn't have to use XP farms to be able to upgrade your stuff in a usable fashion. This portal mode should have been used as like a Forge custom browser. It should have been used as a way to make these really awesome maps and highlight these things, because it's like, I can understand when they make the hardcore servers and everything else, because that's always been a staple for the Battlefield series. But, you know, when they have to backlog these servers because there's not many people playing them, it does put in bots, and then that eventually makes the XP reduce, because if there's any bots in any of these servers, it just makes the XP gain pretty much zero. So, you know, people are claiming that it's effectively killed the portal mode, which I don't know yet. Like, obviously this change is brand new. We don't really know what the repercussions of these are going to be. It's like, you know, smoking in the 60s or whatever it was. You know, people didn't really know what they were doing with those, and until the, you know, science came out and they were like, oh, well, smoking's bad for you, and then everybody dropped it. So now you have Battlefield telling you that you can't earn XP for these game modes. So now you have people realizing that it's not going to be effective anymore, so they just effectively stop making these servers, which is a good thing technically, because now it opens up this server quota. People can actually go in and test these servers. People who actually want to just make a server and join a map and start testing the game on their own can actually do stuff like that. I know, like, Exclusive Ace has been complaining about this up and down because he wants to test things on the game, and he can't, because you can't open your own portal server, which could be changed. Like, they could add local servers. That could obviously fix a lot of things. They could have to rent a server, which has always been a thing since Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. If you could just rent a server, you know, make people pay for the cost to cover that spot, in your server. And plus it's like an extra revenue stream. I don't know why they have completely went away with this. I know that they don't like the idea of people running their own server and doing all that or whatever else they want to do with the whole modern, you know, gaming situation. But there's obviously ways to fix this, and this is like their only main way to fix this temporarily, especially before Season 1 drops. When Season 1 drops and the Battle Pass is available, people are going to be making XP farms again, and even if it's at a reduced rate, someone's going to find a way to make some AFK farm for the Battle Pass. They were doing it in 2042 with that recent Battle Pass for the Battlefield 6 lead-up launch, and now we're probably going to see the same situation happen here again. It's like a never-ending process where people are just finding ways to not play the game, and it just doesn't make any sense to me why you'd want to sit there and completely avoid these systems. I know these challenges are difficult, and I know these people are having issues, but you should just be down to play the game and enjoy what we have offered from Battlefield and the developers. I trust that they're going to make the right decision, and hopefully we're going to see some good change out of this. So anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like and go ahead and subscribe if you're new, and make sure you hit that notification bell for any of my new uploads. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.